Hi, ladies. Good morning. I wanted to come on here to talk about sticking through discomfort and also not giving up when things get a little bit challenging, right? And this is particularly for those of you who are perfectionists or overachievers, and I put myself in that category. But I really had to learn that it doesn't matter that if things are not perfect in that moment in time, I am doing my best. And that's my best. It's perfect for that moment. So I had a really interesting call with a client this morning, and I could feel that her need to be excellent at whatever we do, including our coaching sessions, almost deterred her from continuing with the sessions. And I really asked her to be very kind to herself and not being this overachiever that needs to do everything perfectly, because the whole point of growth and even in the coaching sessions is really to adapt yourself to different things that you haven't done before and build new habits. And sometimes our environment or circumstances are not perfect to make that happen. But again, it's about navigating what's not perfect and then doing your best. And I can give you a perfect example. In the last year, my life has really changed a lot. I'm not as grounded in one place physically. And because I don't have one place physically to be grounded in, I really had to find a lot of grounding inside, meaning that wherever I am, I still keep the good habits that I've built throughout the last 3 years to make myself healthier, to nurture inner happiness and growth and connection to the divine, and really not let circumstances overwhelm me. And it's not always perfect. Sometimes I do feel overwhelmed. Sometimes I feel very sad and I feel emotional. And of course, my hormones don't help when it's that time of the month. But I've learned to really navigate these things without deterring from the ultimate goal. And I had to ask myself, what is my purpose? Why am I doing this? Because if we do it without purpose and without reason, without our why, then of course we get very we get distracted and then we want to give it all up, and until things are perfect there's no point in doing them. But actually the whole point of this journey is that whilst we are uncomfortable and whilst we are not doing it perfectly and whilst we are doing it halfway maybe and we are just adopting one thing at the time, which is the whole purpose of building new habits, to be honest, things that we are, our character, our habits, that haven't been built all at once. They are a process, especially in our first 7 years of life, where we get that input from the outside world. In that case is our parents and our environment that we live in and we don't even have a say in. And so they don't build overnight. And so equally, our new habits, our good habits, won't build overnight. Doesn't matter? No, because we're making an effort to make things happen anyway. So I ask of you, if you are that person like me who's like, I want to be just, everything has to be good, otherwise it's not good enough. Sit back and give yourself grace. And it shouldn't be when I am tired and I'm exhausted and I'm sick and now I don't have a choice but to stop. Because the thing is this, we need to become vessels that hold light. The light is creation and creator. And if we are not ready, if our vessel is not ready, then we can't contain the light. But to contain the light and for the vessel to be ready, we can't fill it up with things that are darker, right? Or that are distracting us from our why, our points. Like for me, my mission on this planet, I am 1,000% sure it's serving women, helping that feminine energy come through. Don't get me wrong, I work with women because I love our hormones, because we are underserved, not understood, under researched, so many things in the physical world, but spiritually, because we have always been put down by a very high patriarchal society, being told that we are less than, when that's not true. So my mission here is to elevate our feminine power. And men have that feminine power too. We all have, us as women have our masculine side too. It's an energetic masculinity, not a physical one. And it's the strength of action, taking accountability, fighting the good fights, not in a violent way, but in a very reasonable way. So the two energies need to work together. And so I want to bring forth this wisdom that was really given to me I don't know how. Don't even ask. It's like a process that I'm working on as in myself. Like, and I lived in a very toxic masculinity since I was a child because I had to survive. And so I know the difference. So when I say my mission is really that to serve women, I'm so committed to it that I really had to change my whole life to make it happen, because otherwise I can't make it happen from sitting in a sheltered position in my comfort zone. I had to really step out of it and be risking everything, right? Everything. And so it's not perfect and it's never going to be perfect, and that is okay. So that has taught me and is teaching me that even though I'm not doing it perfectly all the time, I'm learning all the time things that I never even thought about, right? Yeah, like I am looking at technology, like things that I'm repelled by. So but I'm like, okay, I want to use what's coming for the goodness of us, not rejecting it just because I want to be like in nature and I want to just live with the birds. That's great, but it's not serving a bigger purpose, because there are, like, I can't reach people. So there are these mechanisms that are in place, that have taken place. So the only reason I'm making it happen is because I have learned to give myself grace. So if you are that woman that is really hard on yourself, that thinks that everything has to be tickety boo, perfect, aligned, and just give yourself grace, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. It's good enough, because eventually it's going to take you to where you want to be. And it's not going to be a big jump. You're not doing a long jump here. You're not going through the arch in the sand trying to reach the maximum. That's a very masculine behavior, actually. The femininity, the energy is patience and one step in front of the other, even when it's not perfect, because ultimately you're still working in yourself. Will you make mistakes? Hell yeah. You're going to make lots of mistakes. Is that okay? Yes, it's okay, because you are learning through the process. So I'm someone that has to learn, for example, how to stop and relax. And I really am not good at this. This is like the least thing that I've learned, to give myself rest. I am just always thinking, overthinking. But I am really appreciating that if my body's tired, I'm going to listen. Like I was waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, every morning, whether I was tired or not. Now I've learned that sometimes in my cycle, my body's like, can you please sleep 8-9 hours? You just need that. Doesn't happen often, but when I can, I will make it happen. The only downside of that is that I feel actually exhausted after, because now my body's like, whew. So what am I doing? Okay, if I can't give myself those times because it doesn't make me productive, I'm going to time my time off according to my cycle. So I've already scheduled a time off for December, when my cycle is like perfect for that. Time off means I am not going to work. Now that's going to be hard, but I'm not going to do it for a week. And so I'm just trying to really navigate these things, and then trying to find methods and ways that I can actually, navigate around that and make it work. There are a lot of holidays that are coming. People are going to be discouraged. So a lot of the things that women are telling me is like, oh, yeah, but now it's holiday, and like between Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's like party here, party there. I can tell you this: be social. I am social. I'm being much more social than I've been in a long time, but in a mindful way. Meaning, when I go somewhere, I'm there to give, to be the light. When I'm feeling that I'm taking because I'm needy, I need energy, I step away and it's time to go home. Also, my behavior in these parties or social gathering is this: I want to be with people, I want to serve, I want to hold space, I want to observe, and I want to take in, and I want to enjoy, but I'm not going to compromise my health. So if it's a dinner, I don't eat at night, I'm not going to have dinner, right? Like sometimes I will. Like for example, on Thursday, I have a dinner coming up. I will have some food, but I'm bringing my own food. So I know that it serves my body and what I want to achieve in my body, so that the next day I don't feel like crap. And if at that night I don't want to eat, I will not eat. And it's okay, because I'm there just to hold space. And when I'm feeling that I'm starting to take energy from others, then I'm going to have to move away, excuse myself, say goodnight, and leave. And that is okay. This is how we navigate our own light, right? Because when we start taking, we don't let light. Light shines, doesn't take in. The black hole takes in the light. We are not black holes. So with that awareness, I'm just trying to adapt to my social life, but I still want to socialize. I still want to be part of my friends group and making friends. And then in that system, actually understand who's meant to be in my life or not. That takes a little bit of sorting out, and you can't just say it. You see it online. Online, everybody posts their best foot forward, you have to spend time with people to know who are your people. And sometimes people are there for a reason, for a season, or for a lifetime. I'm lucky to have found a few people that are really there for a lifetime, and I'm very grateful for them, and we navigate very hard times together, and then we come out stronger. And then some other people have been there to really help me, and I've helped them through a time, a period. And then other people are just a season, like they're there just to show us something and they move on, and that is okay. So we have to understand the purpose of our connections, right? So you have to be visible, you have to be present. But that also you have to do with grace and kindness and without that feeling of being perfect. It's okay to be imperfect. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to try and fail. And you will see that as you do that, but you ask for guidance so that you do the right thing, it does help. And it's a practice that you have to do every day. Even the person that wants to be the most spiritual person, I have seen so many spiritual people that are just not balanced. Like they do everything extreme and it just doesn't work because they don't practice every day the little steps. So and that sometimes becomes idealistic, right? I see this in a lot of communities where like, oh, we want to live completely off grid, and but they're still attached to the things of the world anyway, right? I have clients that are like that, and I love them, I respect them, but I actually see that there is a lot of immaturity in that because unfortunately the world is just not an ideal place. It's a very challenging place. So you have to navigate the real material world with the real, the more real inside world, our spirit. Like we are here to have this journey, this experience, but ultimately it's not for the body to grow, it's for the spirit to grow and evolve and actually remember things from past lives that we have to bring forth. Now this is going in another conversation, not the video for that, but I just want to say, if you are graceful to yourself and patient and you don't aim for perfection, then you will see amazing miracles happen. So I hope that this is encouraging to you. And as always, subscribe to my newsletter coming soon. I was meant to send it this month, and I think I will still do it this week to meet the end of the month target. But I really want to share something powerful. I didn't want to just share fluff. But I really, stay tuned, because in 2025, I will have monthly retreats for us women that really work on all of these aspects, from the hormones to the physical hormones, to mental, to spiritual health, with different amazing practitioners, experts that can help you on your journey. This is going to be a very comprehensive program that I've been working on all of this year, and I'm super excited about. So for women, by women, that's the motto. So I will see you soon. Bye.